Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers, and sisters. This is another video of me doing something in VR. This time it is a game called Compound. Now, as far as what Compound is about, I couldn't honestly tell you a great deal, as you're kind of thrown into it without an introduction, or if there is an intro, I have completely missed it. But you're thrown into this world. As you can see, the graphical style is rather kind of Captain Keen from my generation. And here are my hands. Now, I'm looking down on the floor, and you guys can't see it in the recording, but the green circle that signifies your center point in your VR space is very, very useful when you're using the teleport method of moving around, such as I do, because I get really dizzy and motion sickness from using what they call the locomotive method, which I will briefly show you. This is where the minimap appears. If you turn your wrist just around sideways, use your other hand to point to the buttons. Now, if I use locomotion, I want to get used to this. I do really want to get used to this method of moving around, because I think it will really serve me better for playing games like this. But it does make me really, really dizzy. Now, these are the weapons in the game. The real basic premise is you're a rebel, and you're human rebels against the overruling machine AI. Basically, there are 9 guns, including the pistol and the Catling. I'm going to show the weapons off before I get into the game. You'll see why. So this is the pistol, infinite ammunition, but you'll see this little grey bit on the back is an ammo, is like an energy thing. You'll see. So when that runs out, you have to wait for it to cool down. You can dual wield weapons. You can dual wield these things. There's another one over there, and there's one on every. There's several on every floor anyway. But that same amount of energy is then split over both of them. Oops, as I'm too far over on my space here. So that's the pistol. Pretty weak, but your basic go-to. Just stand over here a little bit. Okay, so you can store a weapon in your inventory. This is your typical Uzi or submachine gun, and as you would expect, it's rapid rate of fire, but hideously inaccurate. Now, I've run out of ammo in this thing. Now, to reload, I don't just hit a button. This is one of the really cool things about this game. Is you don't just hit a button, you have to reload it yourself. So use your I must say offhand. I'm right-handed, so my offhand is my left hand to spawn in the ammunition you need. Now that, as you can see, says front, so it goes into position, and then you use weapon action. Now, weapon action, as you can see, is down on the control pad. You can change that, but I use that configuration. And on this gun, it does something different on each gun. On this one, it pings that off, and then you're good to go again. And that's my dog. Okay, now, next gun. This, I believe, the super shotgun is the 2-barrel lethal at short range kind of thing. Now on this one, you have to do the weapon action first to open the barrels, and then you spawn in each cartridge. I seem to be getting out of range of one of my lighthouses, which is causing my house to go nuts. Then you press weapon action again to close it. I'm just going to reorientate myself in my room. Yeah, that I am where I think I am. So now that I've done that, I'm good to go. So weapon action, spawn, click, click, weapon action again, and we're good to go. Next one is your sniper rifle. Now there is a target reticle on this one, so that is helping me kind of aim the gun. Now you've got 4 shots in the round, in the magazine, so to speak. Now this top chamber has popped open, so if I spawn the ammo in, you just have to get the ammo close enough and the game clicks it into place. And then weapon action loads the rounds in. Next is the grenade launcher. So now on this one, it's weapon action first to pop the used grenade out, spawn the ammo in, and then weapon action to close it again. Next one of my favourite guns, this one. Well, this one's called the bouncy, or the bouncer shotgun. There we go. So that's why the rounds rebound off of one surface, and it is possible to hit yourself. But you do get a few rounds in the clip. So this has got a clip in it, that's that brown bit at the back. So you do weapon action to drop the old one out, and then weapon action again to cock it. Next one is this one, which is the laser rifle. Now there is a target thing at the top, that's this longer section here. Now this one you can't just, that sounds like a kind of mewing cat. If you tap the trigger, what it's actually doing, you don't have to fire off the whole clip in one go, but you do need that second to charge it up. Now weapon action pops the thing open, and I'm not 100% sure on this one, I think it's that. There we go. Lovely. Oops. Okay, penultimate gun is this one. It is your assault rifle. Again, target reticle at the top, ammo count on the back. Fairly accurate. Ah, I dropped it. Didn't mean to do that. Now, weapon action again drops the cartridge out. Puts the new one in, and weapon action again cocks it. And no first-person shooter is ever complete without a rocket launcher. Now there is a targeting thing on the side which makes me laugh, a rocket launcher. Now there's no weapon action to start with on this one. Spawn the ammo in and you feed it into the back. You cannot take these weapons beyond that door, unfortunately. They despawn, which is a shame. Okay. I want to get used to that locomotive. Normally I do the teleport method, but I want to get used to that method of moving around. Okay, so we go into the lift to start level up. I tend to, in between each level, I tend to just reorientate myself on my rig. Okay, so I have the pistol. You can see the little blue boxes of the emergency firearm, as they call it. You can dual wield them, but go through the energy twice as fast. I prefer to have this grip hand free. Now, if you use the teleport method of moving around, I find this game kind of lends itself more to a stealth shooter than a running gun. But it can feel really kind of clumsy. But it does prevent that kind of really dizzying motion sickness that I am a little prone to. But I'm starting to get used to it with this gun. With this game mother. Now sometimes you'll see me do this. This is where I just rotate around and come back to the position I'm facing in. That's because I'm untangling myself from my cables. I don't have wireless headset. Now there is a method of the locomotive thing that kind of you hit up on the pad and it goes in the direction that your headset is facing, and I'm not doing that one at the moment. Also, when you're in the game, you get this map. If you turn your wrist over, you actually get one on both sides. But you know, to press anything, I need my hand. The numbers on the left are HP in the top left corner, and the others are ammo counts. There's 8 guns that need ammo and you only get 4 ammo counts. I'm not entirely sure how that works yet. And those green circles are teleport points. You can only teleport to a position when there's no enemies there. Oh, no. When you start getting used to this game, you can start leaning around the corner like that. Hamburger. Come on, someone plodding around. I think he's over that way. Wow, he wasn't flying. You can prop it before safety. As I say, join the core or be a corpse. Bacteria everywhere. Now that's what I think the compound name is referring to. Something to do with a vaccine. Kind of the Deus Ex story, essentially. I think, yeah. Okay, so let's ping back here. We'll now go that way. I must admit, I'm really enjoying this game. I'm glad my head is not spinning with the locomotive method of moving around. It feels a bit more natural to do that than the teleport method. And because map clear, lovely. For the purpose of demonstration, I'll show the teleport method. Which is that. Which does work very well when you get used to it. Now there is a gun around here. Now the white dot there is a gun. But I want to get used to the locomotion method. What they call the locomotion method in this game anyway. What's the gun? It is... the bounty shotgun. I love this one. Lovely. Oh, what am I doing? Now, each time you load the game up, the maps are randomly generated, the enemies are randomly placed, etc., etc. So there is no getting used to this game as such, just kind of getting used to its mechanics. Now, first time I tried this locomotive method of moving around, it made me really dizzy. These are the things of why I wanted to get used to the locomotive method, so I can do things like this. Got it. Those drones are weak, but they move around quite a bit. Hey, I got him. The guy over there I was aiming for. Now, weapon action, spawn, in. Now that motion, that movement there becomes kind of, you have to think about it less the more often you do it. Public executions every Tuesday. Bring friends and family before this. Okay. You're not told anything about... Well, if there is an intro, as I mentioned, I've completely missed it. So I don't actually know what the storyline is for this game. Now, I'm still guessing... Whoa. Nice. Now, that second drone and that guy there died because of the rebound thing. I blind fired that. Rather surprised that worked. It's really satisfying when blind firing works. I'm tangled up in my cable again. They're all dead. I'm tangled in my cable again. What are we doing on the map? As I was saying, the first time I used this locomotive method, or locomotion method of moving around, it made me really dizzy very quickly. But thankfully, this time, my brain seems a bit more willing to not turn my stomach upside down, which is quite nice. Now this is on the easiest difficulty level. This game is unashamedly hard. So you get 5 health instead of 3. The normal method having 3, and ammo spawns much less often. Now when you get to within only a few enemies left, that red arrow appears on the map. pointing you in the direction you need to go in. This is interesting. I haven't had a corridor layout like this before. Got it. They're quite difficult to hit, those drones. I must admit, I'm really enjoying this now that I'm starting to get my head around this method of movement. It really does make a difference. I prefer the run and gun style of shooter. Just make that weird noise when you're moving around. Someone over there. If you headshot the robots, it's a crit, so they will die in one. Well, those robots, I should say. Where they? Gotcha. Little drones that run around on the floor, you'll see those shortly, are much more difficult to kill. Oh, already we have the red arrow. That's a very weird noise, that. It sounds like you've got really short strides. Come on. Where are you? Whee! Whoa! Yeah, you can matrix around the bullet. Map clear. Which one was that? No. No obligation to change weapon. I really do enjoy this game. Whether it's because I used to love first-person shooters like, you know, Castle Wolfenstein, and so I'm old enough to remember the original Wolfenstein. Oops. Where are you? Oh, come on. Oh. No, it is. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's the drone on the floor I was talking about, and I'm stuck. Ah! I was struggling to get around it. I think one of my lighthouses is not positioned correctly. It's struggling to kind of see the motion I'm putting in place. But I will persevere. Yeah, that little drone on the floor takes quite a few shots. That's what I was saving the shotgun for. But here we go again, and the map's completely changed now. Gun down on that corner. Oh. It's the Uzi. Okay. I tend to save the... I tend to save the ammo on the special gun, so to speak, for either panic solutions like that. Lots of enemies in a... What are you doing? In a short range. Ah, just how many clips I have. Okay. But the enemies do try and lead your movement, so they'll, you know, fire ahead of you, so to speak. Oh, tank up again. That worked. Awesome. There's no kind of stash of gold or anything like that, like Wolfenstein used to have, so there's no point kind of exploring the map when you're told that the map is clear. Wow, this thing's pretty useful at short range. And once you get used to the reloading mechanics of the gun, you can do it quickly. That's what I like. It's not a complicated process to have to go through. Whoa! Gotcha. Untangle again. Just satisfying. But yes, they will damage you, obviously. If you are too close. Now the doors stay open that you've been through to stop you kind of going round and round in circles in areas you've already been. I'm not usually one for using the submachine gun. But it is actually quite useful. Not always successful to blind fire. There we go. Okay, and reorientate myself. Ow! Too slow getting out of his way. Those pink ones have the submachine guns. The blue one's only the pistol. Whoa. Whoa. Nothing around that. Scratch my nose. What is that gun? I think that's the super shotgun. Now I could do that. I can deal with the guns like that. Like I say, I prefer to have an empty hand. I could have the super shotgun in the hand, but I'd have to drop it in order to interact with this thing or pick up any ammunition or food or anything. Oh! Bit slow with the movement. Where are you? Okay, back up this way. It's much more efficient to use the teleport, the locomotion method than the teleport. I might have to refer to the teleport method if I start feeling a bit queasy, which is certainly possible. Yep. Right. Off we go. I can hear that little tracked drone. It's little movements like that that makes the locomotion method better. Unless you're very quick with the teleport method. Or you are very good at ducking. Oh yeah, there he is. Got him. Uh-oh. Nice. Ah, the red drop bots have the shotgun. You just destroyed the tree or the bush. And yes, the bots can kill each other. That was satisfying. Is there any guns on this level? No. I've normally taken much more damage by now. And we are done. That's a very useful feature, that teleport. I'd be very curious to see what the kind of locomotion method looks like on the recording, because it is a little bit kind of stuttery to me in the headset. I'll be curious to see if it's smooth. That beeping noise is a green drone that is essentially a flying bomb. You can't shoot me. Oh, another one of the tracked ones. Come on. All those two-legged robots are the same height, so you can just point at one spot and watch them all walk to their death. Where's that green suicide bot? That's what I want to know. I hear it. Nothing down here. Kill anyone suspicious, including women, children, and the elderly. So many people. Oh, there's a gun on this level. I've made quite a mess. I like the Uzi that you can actually see the actual ammo count at the top. Not all guns have that. There it is. Can't get it. It's so much easier to avoid those with this movement method. I know I keep going on about the movement method, but it makes a hell of a difference. Some of that is kind of ambient noise. I don't know if that fire hurts you. I don't want to take the chance. Uh-oh. Ran out of ammo there. Can hear you. This thing eats ammo pretty quickly. Ow! Yeah, if there's a drop on the map, the colour appears. So, the pink ammo for the pink gun. That's a blue drone hovering about. There's a gun over here somewhere. It's the sniper rifle. I'm never any good with sniper rifles. Just fly firing around the corner. Okay. We are done here. Okay, stomach still feeling okay. I occasionally get a little twang of that kind of dizziness feeling, but wow, it sounds like it's quite a few of those green suicide bots. Oh, I found the wall. Move slightly into the more middle of the room. Gotcha. Yeah, it wasn't the shots that alerted the guard here, it was the death of the bots. Where are you? There's the blue one. Oh dear. Got the other one. How many of those I got there? 7. Oh. Oh dear, I broke the glass on the emergency fire alarm. No, untangle again. Oh, something's fallen over. I don't know what has just fallen off of my desk. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm stuck. Ow. I don't want to take the risk. Those fires will actually hurt. I've taken some damage. Half the clip left. Nothing more over here. Indication I've already been that way. Oh, floating off gun, that means my lighthouses can't see where my hands are. Oh dear. Well, that's the mini tank dealt with. You can't overhealth, so I can't stock up to 6 health or anything like that. I'm starting to feel a little queasy now, so probably to my detriment I'm going to revert to teleport method of moving about. Oh, I have to kind of point behind me. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Ow. But you do move around quicker, I find. Well, I say you move around quicker, you can't, it's not so easy to dodge out of the way of bullets, I'm finding. Again, lighthouses are confused on where my hands are. Just strange, because they're in the same position they usually are. Oh, I realise where I am in my room. That's probably why they're struggling. A little bit too close to the corner of the room. Up only. You can switch that back. Oops. Okay, physics fail. There's two of those little droids. There we go. Oh, ow. You move slower with less health, I think. Oh, I seem to be moving slower now, I reckon. Uh-oh, where was that from? I don't know where that's coming from. Aha! Coming from over there. Uh-oh. Damn it! I got kind of muddled up with my guns there. It's going to be it, I think, for this recording. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much, and goodbye.